hope you all are fine. Let's start with today's lecture. In today's lecture, we will discuss the operating system and the types of operating system. Then we will discuss the different type of application softwares. And in third topic, we will discuss the web application and how we can use these web applications to enhance our user experience, how we can facilitate our users by using that web applications, and then we will discuss the mobile applications and the use of mobile application for the comfort of the user. Now, first thing is that operating system means the main system of the computer that is responsible to handle each and every task that are running in the background, like saving a file, loading a file, arranging the memory, or remembering the addresses. So all these tasks that are related to system is managed by the operating system. So there are different type of operating systems are available because different type of computers are there. So according to the use, we have to develop different type of operating system so we can easily utilize our devices or our computers. So the most commonly used operating system that we are using on daily basis is the general purpose operating system that is used by the desktop computers, or in other words we can say that that is the operating system that we installed on the microcomputers in which laptops, desktops, and other computers lies. So it provides a variety of jobs that is general purpose, so no specific that is not specified to any specific work, like they are not only providing the interface, or they are not only managing the memory, or they are not only making transaction easy. As name suggests, that is a general purpose operating system. So there are a variety of jobs that are done by the general purpose operating system, and we can handle different type of hardware by using that operating system. And also it allows user to install and run different type of application softwares on the computer. They can the operating system can also handle the memories and all the undivided errors that can occur during the use of the computer. So all the basic functions that are related to our individual computer is handled by general purpose operating system. So it can be installed on desktops, laptops, or they can facilitate the different type of application. Either these applications are the softwares are related to the accounting, database, web browsers, games, players. They can support and they can provide a platform for the smooth running of any type of application. Now that operating system focus on the process, anything that is working inside the computer, like if we are double clicking on any icon, we are opening any file, that is a process that is running inside our system. So the general purpose operating system is handling the system by focusing on the process. And the operating system has to facilitate the process. Either the process needs any file, any resource, any memory. So they are handling all the processes simultaneously, and they are also managing the hardware management to ensure that the applications can reliably share the wide range of computing hardware that are present inside the computer. There are different type of shared hardware, like the same memory is shared by all the application, and the same keyboard is shared by all the applications. So these things are managed by the general purpose operating systems. Now, the most commonly used general purpose operating systems are Windows, Mac operating system, Unix, and Linux. Windows, we are well familiar with the Windows, and that is owned by the Microsoft. The Windows operating system can be used at home and in the business environment. That is introduced in 1985, and that is based on graphical user interface, in which we are using different graphics, icons, menus. So that is very user friendly interface because it makes interaction very easy. All the instruction are given with along with all the icons, and we can easily handle all the system if we are not well familiar with the computer. So a new users can easily use the computer. So these sort type windows are very user friendly, provides user friendly environment, and there are wide range of their versions, like Window 95 is also available, then Window X, Window 10, Window 12. So there are the different variety of versions are available, and new features are added by the Microsoft on daily basis, or on annual basis. So they are updating their software to facilitate the user. Now, Mac operating system, that is owned by the Apple Macintosh, and that is installed on the application on the hardwares, laptops, workstations, or MacBooks. And as the Windows operating system is user friendly, but the Mac operating system provides us the security. So they are user friendly, but they are secure as compared to Windows operating system, but they are not much user friendly as compared to the Windows. When the security matters a lot, we have to use the Mac operating system. The next one is Unix, that is multi-user. Windows and the Mac operating system is individual operating system. Only a single person can work by using these operating system. But when the multi-user has to handle any device, we have to install the Unix operating system. So in it, the Unix provides the environment in which multi-users can run any device. So they are designed for the flexibility and adaptability of the multi-user. So they are developed in 1970s, and that was the first operating system that is developed in the C language. Other operating systems are developed in the low-level languages, like in the assembly language, and the languages that are very difficult to understand, and only the professionals can develop different applications by using these languages. But Unix was developed in the C language, that is well familiar to the developers. Now, Linux is open source operating system that is designed to provide a free and low cost alternatives. Linux has a reputation as an effective and fast performing system. That is a lightweight operating system, and that is available free of cost, and we can make change in the code of the Linux operating system. So we can update the features of Linux operating system, but still the most common, most user friendly operating system is Windows. So that's why 95% of people are using the Windows operating system. Mobile operating system, as the name indicates, the mobile operating systems are designed to facilitate the mobile applications. All the smartphones are using the mobile operating system. So as we know, the desktop operating system has multiple functionalities. A lot of a variety of applications are available, and the interface is different, and all the features are different from the mobile. So mobiles devices typically offer limited resources as compared to the traditional operating system. So we need different type of operating system to handle all the resources inside the mobile operating system. So as that is not much scaled in the size, and that is less complex as compared to the general purpose operating system that we was using on the personal computers. So we have to minimize, we have to install a operating system that can minimize the use of resources while ensuring a suitable resources for one or more application running on the device, because we have limited memory, we have limited interface, our screen. So we have to manage over resources by the help of operating system. And we also have to provide the smooth running of all the application although we have the limited resources. So mobile operating system emphasizes efficient performance, users responsiveness, and close attention to the data handling tasks such as supporting the media streaming, etc. So we have to facilitate our user by providing a fast environment in which user can easily handle different type of applications on their cell phones. Now Apple operating system, iOS, Google, Android are the examples of mobile operating system. Now embedded operating system, we are not only using the mobile phones or the desktop computers, we are also handling some of the devices that are specified to some task like ATM machines, are the digital assistants like remote controls at the homes. We are using the ovens at our homes. We are using washing machines at our home. They are specified to a specific purpose. They are not the general purpose machines. So some of the processing powers are included in such devices, and embedded operating system is installed in such devices. So like in airplane systems, in point of sale systems, or different other systems also need the embedded operating system. So the principle of embedded operating system is that it is associated with the computing device, only does a major thing, not variety of jobs will be done by that device. They are dedicated to only one or two specific tasks. So operating system is highly dedicated to that task. So we have to design operating system that can do that task perfectly and quickly. So it should run quickly, and we can't afford the crash because we have to use, like ATM machines have to be used 24/7. So no delay can be afforded by the user. So we have to focus that the embedded operating systems can provide the services continuously, and there will not be any crash during use of that devices, and they can also handle the errors if any error occur during the use of these devices. So in most cases the operating system is provided in form of a chip that we have to put inside the device, and device will be ready to use. So like in a medical device, that is equipment, that is equipment used for the to maintain the pulse or the heartbeat of the patient. So it will comply an embedded operating system that must run reliably in order to keep the patient alive, because that is a sensitive area. So we have to design a perfect operating system that will not go towards the crash. Now network operating system. In the network environment, we have to share our resources, either that is a file, that is a hardware resource, that is a software resource. So we have to share our resources. So network operating system provides an environment in which all the people can share these resources easily. So we have to install the network operating system when we are using the devices inside the local area network that is available within an building. So it provides a communication stack needed to understand network protocols in order to create, exchange, and decompose network packets. So we have to send data from one place to another place. So we have to use the operating system that can understand the rules and under which the data can be packed inside the packets, and the data can travel from source to destination. So that is not commonly used in the computers nowadays, because the latest general purpose operating system has the capability of the networking environment. So for example, Windows 10 and Windows Server 2019 include the comprehensive network capabilities. So we can say that that is a little bit outdated, but still in the network communication devices, we have to use the network operating system. So that is still in use, but that is not we are not using that operating system in the computers. We are using in the devices such as routers, switches, and firewalls. And these devices are responsible to share the data from source to destination. Now, real-time operating system in different environment, we have to use the real-time operating system for to handle the real-world problems that within that interacts with the constant and repeatable time constraints. The device manufacturer use the real-time operating system where such type of environment is available, like in industrial control system. We have to use these type of operating system in the power plant, like we have to maintain the temperature, we have to start the machine, we have to start the motors, we have to start regulators. So we have to fix the time by using that operating system. So these operating system will be available 24/7 for the switching on and switching off of these motors and devices. So the quality of that operating system is that can run without any buffering and without any delay, because in industrial control system the operating system must be capable to respond quickly without any wait time. Because if we and the operating system is not responding quickly, there may be a disaster, because of sometimes there can be temperature too high, goes too high. So we have to handle the things according to the situation. We have to go towards the operating system have to go towards the fire alarms, and other security will be done to by switching off different devices. So we, in such type of operating system, the buffering, the processing delays and latencies can't be afforded. So they are the fastest, are the most provides the most responsiveness in such environments. So that is perfectly can be accepted in such by the these type of operating system, because we have to handle the sensitive situations. So these were the types of operating system. According to our device, we have to install any specific operating system. Now, different type of software application, in which we will study the mobile application, we will study the application softwares, and other software web browsers will be studied, and web application we will discuss the web application. First of all, we will discuss the application software. As operating system is an example of system software, the user is not directly communicating with the hardware. There is two layers between the user and between the hardware. The first layer is in the form of system, in the form of application software, and the second layer is in the form of system software, and then the hardware will be interacted by the user. So there are the two layers, application and the system software. Application software is communicating with the system software, and the system software is communicating with the hardware. So the user is not directly communicating to the hardware. Directly, we are using the application softwares. That's why they are known as the end user programs. And these are the programs that helps the user to their routine task. Either that task is related to the research, making notes, designing the graphics, maintaining the accounts, carry out any type of calculation, or even playing the game, playing the music. Any entertainment related task will be done by the application software. They are lie above the system software. As I told you, the system software is communicating with the hardware, and the application software is communicating with the system software. So they are used by the users, as well as they have the specific functionality. Not a single software is responsible for every task, like for designing graphics and accounting and calculation. We are using different type of software. So for a specific task, we have to use a relevant software. These softwares are often developed through the customer software development. There are different software development companies. They are developing these type of softwares according to the need and the requirement of the user. Now, different variety of application softwares are available. The most commonly used application softwares are the word processors, database software, multimedia software, and web browsers. Word processors, these are, as the name indicates, it handles the documents. Whenever we have to make any we have to type any application, any letter, we have to make a summary for our presentation, or we have to make a report for our yearly performance, or any job that is related to the documentation, we can use the word processing software. So it also assists in storing, and as well as they can provide the capability to format the document, and also we can print over document to get the hard copies of our digital documents. So the most commonly used word processors are MS Word, Apple iWork Pages, Corel Word, Perfect, and Google Docs. So these are the word processing softwares in which we can make the documents, we can edit the document, we can format the document, and we can print the documents. Now, database software, these softwares are responsible to handle over data. We are handling over data, we are storing over data, we are searching over data, and we are making addition, or we have to make any change inside the data. We have to use the database softwares. And whenever we have to search any data from our huge amount of data that is available in the databases, only we have to give the queries, or we have to mention some names or some keywords to search that data. There is no need to search these data from the bundles of the files. So only by a single click we can search out details of any person from the million of entities. So they can maintain our data in most effective way. So they are also known as the database management system. In short, we are saying that DBMS such software assist in the data organization. We can handle our data perfectly by using these type of software. Some examples are MS Access, FileMaker, DBase, Clipper, MySQL, and FoxPro. Multimedia software, that software is related to the images and the videos. So whenever we have to record the images, or we have to edit the images, we have to make collage, any profile portfolio from using our images, we have to use the multimedia software. If we want to add any music to our pictures, we have to edit our audio, we have to edit our video, we have to use the multimedia software. So these softwares are also used for the animation, video editing, graphics, as well as the image editing. For the image editing, we are also using the multimedia software. That softwares include Adobe Photoshop, Picasa, VLC Media Player, Windows Media Player, and Windows Movie Maker. Web browsers, as there are the million of websites available in our surrounding, and whenever we have to search any website, we have to use the web browser. So web browser is an application that is responsible to display different websites by entering the or recognizing the URLs that are entered by the users. So they can locate the URL, and they can display the page in front of the user. So the web browsers are responsible to display the websites in front of the users. Only we have to type a URL in the web browser. So these are the applications that are responsible to search anything or any website from the internet. Some examples of the web browsers are Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera, UC browser, and Safari. Now, classification of over, that was the types or categories of over application software. Now we will discuss the classification. Whenever we are going to install any software, that can be classified into three categories according to their availability. Their classifications are freeware, shareware, and open source. As the name indicates, freeware means these type of softwares are available free of cost. User can easily download these type of softwares from the website, and then we can install these type of softwares on our computer. There is no need to pay the annual charges, or any fee will be charged by the owner of that software. So it provides but and there is a restriction: we cannot made any changes in such type of softwares, and we cannot distribute that software by charging any cost. So there, a best software development company can develop its own freeware to reach out more customers, because they have to attract different customers. Like mobile applications are different, online banking things are applications or softwares are available, because they want to facilitate their customer to attract their customers. So they are providing different type of software that are available free of cost. Some examples of these softwares are Adobe Reader, Skype, ImageBurn, TeamViewer, and Yahoo Messenger. Now the shareware for the use of the user, are to tell the user what are the features or what are the importance of any software. Some companies distribute the software free of cost, but that is up to the limited time, like for 4 weeks, for 7 weeks, for 6 weeks. They are giving a trial period for the user, and if the user want to continue the use of that software, the user have to pay the charges for that software. So whenever they are giving the free software to the user, that is a limited time, and after the expiry of that limit, we have to pay the fee, or we have to pay the charges or annual fee for that, or we have to uninstall that software. So some example of shareware are PHP debugger, WinZip, and GetRight. Now the open source that are available free of cost, but the difference between the freeware and the open source is that we cannot make changes in the freeware software. We can only use that type of software, but in open source software, the company is providing the source code of that software, and we can make the changes and modification in that source code. And when we are adding any additional features and we are updating that open source software, we can distribute that software to our customers, to the person that are connected to us, and we can charge the fee for that software. So we are utilizing their open source code, but when we are making the modification in that code, so we can charge from our customers by distribution of that software. Few examples of such softwares are Mozilla Firefox, Thunderbird, GNU Compiler Collection, Model, and Apache Web Server. So these are the open source software. Now web applications. Web applications means different type of softwares don't need to install. Only we will go to the website and we can easily use these type of applications. So sometimes it is called web app. So that is a program that is stored on the server of that website, and it is delivered over the internet through a web browser. Web application can be designed for a wide variety of uses and can be used by anyone from any organization to any individual for numerous reasons. So when we log into that website, we are able to use that app. Commonly used web applications can include the webmail, online calculators, or e-commerce shops, are the examples of web applications. No, architecture of web application. The web application architecture describes the interactions between applications, database, and middleware system on the web. So we are not directly installing that software on our computer. Still, the server allow the user to use the software from the memory of the server. So there is a middle layer between the user and the server, and also we are utilizing the database of that server to use that application. So it ensures that the multiple applications work simultaneously because multiple persons are using that app. So different application can be run by using that website. So as soon as the user hits the go button after typing the URL in the address bar of the web browser, it requests for that particular address, as it is the responsibility of the web browser to search the URL according to the query of the user. So whenever we are entering the query inside the web browser, it will links us towards the website that have the application for that specific purpose for which we have to go that website. The server then sends the files to the browser as a response to the request made. And so all the files are available on the server. So whenever we are searching for any URL, the file will be searched from the server and displayed in front of the user. The browser then executes those files to show the requested page. Finally, the user is able to interact with the website and can use the application that is available on that website. Web application architecture has not only deal with the efficiency but also with the reliability, scalability, and the security, because we are using the sensitive information, like we are using the banking applications by using their website. So these websites must provide us the security and make it show that our data will not be utilized by any other unauthorized person, and we can easily rely on that. We can trust on such applications that are available on the websites. With any typical web application, there are two different type of codes running on the both sides, because the one person is using that website web application by sitting on the client computer, and the others on the other side the server is displaying different type of features on the server computer. So that codes include the client side code that is in the browser and respond to some users input. On the other end, the server side code is available and that respond to the request. So the one is giving the request and the other code is giving the response to that request. So there are two type of programs are available in such applications. Now, what is www? That is related to the websites and web applications and the web browsers. So www stands for the World Wide Web. Or like in the dictionary, we have all the words and their meanings. So World Wide Web is a dictionary in which all the links and all the URL are stored. So it is the information space where documents and other web resources are identified by uniform resource locators, because we can say that is the dictionary of the websites in which all the URLs are available when the user types any URL using the web browser. That is search inside the World Wide Web, and that saves the web pages, and these web pages are identified by the URLs, and these URLs are linked by the hypertext, that are the tags of the HTML language in which we are designing the website, and we can access these URLs from the World Wide Web using the internet. So that is the universe of network accessible information, because all the information on the internet is available in form of websites, and all the data and record of these websites are available on the World Wide Web. So we can easily access any information from the internet that is related to any topic, or that is related to any area. We can search the information and knowledge from that World Wide Web. Now, what is the impact of World Wide Web? Some of the impacts of that WW has had so far, especially in communication, include that has speed up the instant messages, because we can if our network connection is very fast, we can easily send any message by using the social media applications from source to destination within a second, from a larger distance. Also, the social networking on networking, online blogging, online shopping, and e-business has also been boosted in terms of marketing and advertisement. So every type of task can be used by using that World Wide Web. One of the most worldwide felt impacts of WWW is the communication is rapid instant communication that affects almost every other aspect of life, be it social, economic, political, or educational. So every type of communication can be done by using these websites. Rapid instant communication implies that communication is no longer one way. Now, by sitting at our home, we can talk to any person on any topic. Either we don't know that person, by using different platforms we can know the opinion of the other people, and we can also share our opinion by using that social media softwares. Now, what is web browser? We have discussed that term, but again, the web browser is called, sometimes we are saying only the browser. Browser means we are using that application to browse something or to search something. It is a software application or application software that can retrieve and retrieve that is used for retrieving, presenting, and transferring information resources on the world wide web. So we need an application or a software to search anything from the www. So web browser is a source or a platform through which we can search any URL by using that World Wide Web, by identifying the URLs are that may be a web page, image, video, or other piece of content available on the web server. So browsers are primarily used the World Wide Web. They can be used to access the information provided by the web servers. Now, different type of web applications are available. These web applications are static web application. That means we are only displaying the information, and we can not made any changes, like we cannot add any data. We can only see the contents on the web page, or we can simply download some files or images by using that type of static web applications. So it is the first thing to know that that kind of the web application has very little content that is not flexible, because we cannot edit that. So these type of web applications are developed by using a language that is known as HTML language, that has the animated objects, banners, gifs, videos, etc. But and they can be displayed by using that language. So example of static web application include the professional portfolios are the digital curriculums. So different type of information that is related to any organization can be displayed by using the static web application. Now the dynamic web application, as the name indicates, it can give us the flexibility, and we can not only see the databases, we can also add different type of entities by using these databases, so that are more complex as compared to the static websites, and that has also technical things in that. So they use the databases for loading the data, and their contents are updated each time the user access them. And we can search anything by using that website. So they generally have the administration panel through which we can handle the data. If the data is not available, we can add that data. Or if that data, like in e-commerce areas or in on e-commerce store, if one product has finished, we can remove that entity from our databases. So we can correct and modify the data, images, or any content that is available on our dynamic web application. Now, e-commerce is a web application. We can sell or purchase anything by using the internet. So, its development is likely same as the commerce website. This kind of apps development process is more complicated because it must enable electronic payments like credit card payments, PayPal. So, we have to attach over databases as well as over websites to the websites of the banking application or the banking cards. So we have to make the coordination between these website, and if the one website is not responding, it will also affects over website or web application. So the developer must also create a management panel for the administrator. It will be used for the listing new products, updating or deleting them, and managing orders and the payments. So we have to design two interfaces, one for the administrator and other for the user of that e-commerce application. Content management system. The content must be continuously updated when it comes to the web application development. So installing a content management system is a serious option to consider, because we have to update the content according to the time and according to the environment, according to the scenario. So the administrator can make use of this to implement the changes and updates. So these content managers are very user friendly. So because randomly we have to add different content, so we have to make it user friendly so we can easily add different things or different contents in that web applications. Now, portal web application. By portal, we are referring to the kind of application in which we access several of its sections or categories through the home page. Like we have to add something or we have to post something, we have to use the portal web application. These include different things like forms, chats, emails, search engines, areas access through the registration. So these are the for the registration purpose, for the email purpose, for any other purpose, for the chat purpose, we are using the portal web applications. Now, what are the benefits of using web applications? There are a lot of benefits. It makes our life easy. We can easily communicate to any person. We can purchase the things. We can sell the things, or we can add different type, or we show different type of contents to different peoples, and we can easily access different data of any organization, and the organization can access or can attract different customers. So some common benefits of web applications, that it allow multiple users to access the same version of the application. There is no need to install that application on individual computer, and it cannot take any space on users computer. So web application don't need to be installed. Web apps can be accessed through the various platforms, such as we can access it by the mobile phones, by the laptops, by the desktops. They can be accessed through the multiple browsers. So there is no specific browser to access these applications. Now, mobile applications. The applications that can be used by the mobile phones are the mobile application, and that is known as the apps. So that is application software that is designed to run on the mobile devices, on smartphones or on the tablet computers. So that frequently used by multiple users, and they are used to serve the users with the similar services that they can access by using the desktop computers or laptop computers. They are small and lightweight, so the smartphones can easily handle these type of softwares, and the individual persons can utilize these softwares and can install these softwares on their mobile phones. Now, what is the role of mobile application in, because that is area of technology, and we have to access our data by sitting at our home, or during the traveling, during moving from one place to another place, and we cannot take over laptops and desktop computers along with us at every place. So we need such applications, so we can access these applications by our cell phones, as cell phones are the gadget that we have with us 24 by 7. So different type of people are, we can say, in other words, we can say that most of the technology things are based on the mobile applications. So that becomes very popular, and mobile phones are become the part of a human life. So we have to make it available make it available in form of web application, as well as we have to make our services available in form of mobile application. So the main purpose of mobile phone was, in the past, the main purpose was the communication purpose. But nowadays, the technology has changed each and everything. We are doing the business by using our mobile phones. We are communicating with each other by over mobile phones. So the mobile apps made a lot of things possible that was not available in the past. So there are million of devices in the world using the mobile apps, and each person has its own mobile in nowadays. The main benefit of mobile phones is its feature, and you can carry your phones easily with your along with you, as they are so handy. Each mobile app these days specially designed to perform a particular function. They can perform various tasks in minutes, from ordering food to booking a flight ticket. Mobiles apps are doing everything easily. Now, what are the interface issues of our mobile application? Because the mobile phones has limited resources, that has limited screen, so we have to design the applications according to that. So there are some limitations or issues that we have to face when we are designing any mobile application. So these interface or environment issues are poor impression. This is one of the most common issue with the mobile app interface design when we are designing the layout of our mobile application, because the first look of mobile app plays very important role. It attracts the user. So if we are not using a attractive interface or attractive environment, we can not engage our customer with us. So the users will be disinterested if anything appears boring or confusing to them. So we make it user friendly and attractive to our customers. So over complicated app design, so we are making it simple. So there is that it's better to be good than be unique. So we are not focusing that our design must be unique. We have to make it easy and less complicated. So make sure that the design of user interface is meeting the user's requirement, instead of adding too much feature in that. Now plenty of features, we are adding too much features in that slow downs the processing of our applications. So mobile app developers often believe that more number of features, more the users attention they can get. But no doubt the users love if any application has a lot of feature and they can do a lot of things by using and that application, that is good logically. But when we are adding too much features in a single application, it will not be most giving most frequent response to each feature. So when the user has to wait for the features or for the response, it will not feel good. So instead of adding too many features, mobile app developers should focus on improve the existing features, so all the features are available and can respond properly. Doubtful in app permissions. Whenever we are installing our apps inside our mobile phone, they are taking permission from the users to access the mobile camera, or the profiles of the Facebook and other profiles can be utilized, or the location of the mobile have to be accessed by these applications. So sometimes the user will not feel comfortable to install these applications. So that rise the doubt of today's mobile app user, due to which many people will not grant access to their personal information because they are not sure about why that application needs such information. So they will not install these application for the privacy issues. So the users or the developers must explain that why they need that information, and in which circumstances are in which limits they will use their information. So we have to explain each and everything for the satisfaction of our customer. Now, unappealing sign up screen. We have to make our sign up screen attractive and colorful, because that is the first thing that appears in front of the user. So the customer, if the customer feel it good, and then it will go it will sign up and then go towards the use of our application. Dismissed app content. Mobile devices are very good at connecting users, and the consumption of the information is likely the largest segment of mobile device users, because we can easily connect to our internet by using our mobile phones, and can we can get any type of data. So users have very specific needs and they want them to accomplish in an easy way. So because of this fact, mobile interfaces should be designed with the feature set that are streamlined, common use case, and progressively displayed large buttons for interaction, and so on. When we are only focusing on the user friendly environment, some of the contents can dismissed or disappeared, so users don't feel like using the app again and again if some of the content is missing from the application. Mobility issues. Mobility is the most important aspect of the mobile computing, because that is very handy, and when we are moving from one way to another, we can utilize any type of data or apps through the mobiles. But still we have to face different challenges, because auto configuration of the system, as the environment of the system is developing continuously. So we are moving from one way to another. So according to the environment, we have to configure our device to the new environment. So for every change, it has to configure itself to the new situation. Location management is also a big objection in the mobility. To manage a location, following tasks are to be performed regularly. We have to track users call, update users position and data, and verification of the security. We are tracking our user, also we have to provide the security to our user. That is a challenge for every organization. Now, security issues. In security, there are many issues related to the security, but the most common are data leakage. Our data is not secure because there are the hackers who can access our data. So it occurs only when the apps can see and transfer the information stored in other apps. So sometimes the applications are linked with one and other, and one application can access the data of another application. So during the transferring, data can be leaked. So sometimes this is the result of user decision to give the app those permission. However, some apps do so with no indication to the user. Sometimes the application is not informing the user or taking permission from the user. So this is not necessarily the case of poor programmer, as it may be the case of without best training. So the programmer must has a training about the security of the user. So this situation can be improved to some degree with the data loss prevention tools. So we have to use different tools through which we can secure our data. Public Wi-Fi, as that are not the secure sources, so we have to avoid that. So these networks are often a source of data cracks and comprised privacy. So easy access to the online connection generally means hackers and other have access as well. So a variety of people are using the same network, so there might be an issue of the data loss. So this could result in unauthorized access to your device, which can contain the sensitive information, like they can access your banking account details. So your device could also be used by a hacker to break into a network or take control of your mobile feature. So we have to avoid using the public Wi-Fi's. Other potential sources of risk include the out of date security and operating system. So we have to update our security systems and operating system on our phones as well as over different other gadgets. So consider the fact that an average cell phone connects to about 160 unique servers each day, because we are using different websites and we are making a connection to different servers. So we have to consider that we encounter server potential security risk at that given time, because we are not sure about either our data is secure or not. So manufacturer and designers our mobile computing devices must be forward thinking and proactive when it comes to releasing the operating systems and security patches. So they have to make a strong security in the mobile phones, because mobiles are connected to the internet 24 by 7, so there is a security risk all the time. So mobile app security testing also needs to be taken very seriously by the developers, and apps should be tested in various ways so the customer feel it's safe when they are using any app. Connectivity issues, depending on where you may be, you may experience poor connectivity with your mobile phones. You may find yourself in the place where bandwidth is low and there are the gaps in the coverage. So signal range can fluctuate, reliability may suffer in form of dropped signal and other type of disconnects. So in all the areas the signals are not available, and we have to face the connectivity issues. So the more reliance on the network, typically the most considerable risk of disconnecting. So we have to face that. Now, types of mobile apps. There are three basic type of mobile apps. Native apps that are created for specific platform or operating system, like the Mac mobile phones are have different applications as compared to Android. Now, web applications are responsive versions of websites that can work on any type of operating system, because we are utilizing these application by using the web browsers. Now hybrid, that is combination of both native and the web apps, but wrapped within a native app, giving it the ability to have its own icon or be downloaded from the app store of that relevant operating system. Now, what are the benefits of using the mobile applications? Mobile applications are faster than the mobile websites because they are designed in such a way to facilitate the user. Even well groomed and optimized responsive mobile websites cannot match with the speed of the apps. So, the mobile app offers customization provision for the users to set their preferences. We can log in and do our own setting, and the app will remember that setting. This helps the e-commerce market to reach to the right customer with the right products. One of the popular advantage is we can access it without the internet when we are offline. It opens a great opportunity to engage with the user's product. For example, app can ask permission to access the camera, location, service, payment, gateways, etc. It will make to avail the services very easily or to provide services very easily, so we can access the information of our user. Instant update and notification is one of the most exciting reasons that inspire the e-commerce shop to build the mobile app. So there is no need to inform that install that version or that version. We can update the applications by sitting at our home. And app server is a brand ambassador for the company, so it has unlimited possibility to engage the customer in different dimensions. So we are giving the notification and different type of updation to our customers. Mobile apps are the great way to reduce the cost with assured productivities, as apps can connect to the vendors and customers through a single direct channel, so they can communicate with each other. So it reduces the extra cost of traveling. So mobile apps are the best solution to give such a great shopping experience right from their comfort. So we can easily purchase anything by sitting at home. There is no need to go to the market and search anything from the marketplaces. So with the exclusive user interface, mobile apps can control its great potentials to engage users in multiple ways. Is there any issue in the lecture? Okay. That was the last topic of our course. So in next lecture we will discuss the activity number 2 of our assignment, and if you have any issue in that lecture or any lecture, we will discuss in that. And have a nice day. Take care. Allah Hafiz.